Going to check now on this Wednesday forecast. We're under a severe weather alert right now. Michelle has more on the reason why.
Well, Patrick, on the radar, we're tracking some clusters of thunderstorms that are moving through the area, in fact, racing through the area at time speeds of 50 miles per hour that these storms are traveling. We have the most intense batch of storms over our coastal waters and now into Buzzards Bay and New Bedford, where a vigorous lightning rolling through that area right now. And we're going to continue to watch this morning as it lifts up to the north and east. So it's this line that you're seeing again of thunder and lightning over New Bedford and Buzzards Bay, lifting up to the northeast. This is the batch that has the best potential for damaging winds right now, and maybe even, again, as I had mentioned, an isolated waterspout. There's been a little bit of weak rotation within this storm system right here, and that again would be moving into Buzzards Bay this morning. I want to turn off the lightning tracker so that we can see where the heavy and torrential downpours are. I don't want to ignore either some developing thunderstorms just to the east of 95 and through Charlestown, heading into Narragansett, and will likely cross over Jamestown and Newport here within the next hour. As we look over New Bedford, though, 195 up into Plymouth, torrential rainfall. This is the sort of rain that can make visibility, driving very difficult as it briefly again passes through. The good news is these storms aren't hanging around. They're moving very quickly, but we'll be traveling up through Wareham this morning and again into Plymouth. And it's really now through about 8 and maybe even 9 o'clock this morning that we're under the gun for additional thunderstorms to develop in our area. Main concern is damaging winds and torrential rainfall. Temperatures right now in the middle 60s, Providence, Newport, upper 60s still in New Bedford, Boston, Smithfield's at 63 degrees. We're looking at the potential for, in these storms, wind gusts over 40 miles per hour, street flooding and the heavy rainfall, lightning, and again, just keeping an eye on the small possibility of an isolated brief weak tornado or water spout now through about 9 o'clock in the morning. So far, wind gusts have been pretty frequently gusting to around 25-30 miles per hour, but as you get into these heavier thunderstorms, they have the potential to pull down higher winds that are aloft, and so that's when we're seeing pockets of wind damage. We had that earlier in the morning in Connecticut and western Massachusetts, and we're going to be keeping an eye out for that possibility here in the storms that we're seeing over New Bedford, Dartmouth. Also approaching high tide this morning, which is around 8 and 9 o'clock. Could see some minor splash over flooding around Narragansett Bay and the coast of Rhode Island into parts of Buzzards Bay this morning, which is why a coastal flood advisory is in effect. It would just be minor splash over flooding. I think the main concern here, though, is for these thunderstorms impacting the morning commute, potential for some isolated wind damage. So here's all the activity. We're getting into the heart of it right now over New England. This is going to move out very quickly. Behind it, the sunshine comes back out, but boy, busy on our lightning tracker. The most recent lightning strikes are the ones in white. We're seeing that cluster again over Buzzards Bay and the waters just south of Newport, Little Compton this morning. So rain and thunder for the ride into work. Here's the Futurecast through the rest of the morning, showing things clearing out very quickly. So by 10 o'clock, sun shining, storms are over with. Rest of the afternoon looks nice and quiet, but gusty winds will continue. The skies clear overnight tonight, winds diminishing. And we're going to see a much cooler night when you wake up tomorrow morning. For this afternoon, once the storms move out, plan on a warm day. Temperatures for early October exceeding those normal highs, which are in the upper 60s. We'll be in the low and mid 70s this afternoon. Still could see some gusts, especially early afternoon, up to 30 miles per hour. Warm and windy in Burrowville, Foster Center near 74 in southeastern Massachusetts. We're looking at drier, brighter conditions for the second half of the day here. Fall River, New Bedford, mid 70s. Here's the 7-day Futurecast. So thunderstorms this morning. Again, it clears out. Skies are dry, bright for Thursday, but it'll be noticeably cooler. Highs only in the middle 60s. Friday's even cooler near 63. Clouds will fill in through the day, and we're looking at the potential for another batch of rainfall, mostly Friday night into Saturday morning, and then drying out through the rest of the week. And it looks cool and dry for Sunday and Columbus Day on Monday. WPRI.com. You're going to want to head there today, get the latest on your Futurecast. You can track the storms with us with live Pinpoint Doppler 12 radar on our website.